All right, all right. I got that going. Um, okay. What up? What up? What's going on? It's your girl D. I was gonna put some cards out and see what's going on with you all. I hope everything is good with you all. It's been a minute since I've been on this channel. I got like three channels, so and then whatever I'm doing on the outside of here. So I haven't been keeping up as much, but I'm trying to make some effort to do that. So those who stop in, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. That way, when I do post, you'll be able to get that so you can watch it at your convenience. All right. Let's see. We might be on a little bit today because I ain't been on with y'all in a minute. So, this might be a little lengthy reading. We'll see. All right. But I just want to make sure you can see the cards first. I was playing my music. Um, but I'll go ahead and put it back on because I just wanted to see first what's going on with this camera. But I'm in the mood to listen to some music while I channel today. So I like 80s R&B and 90s R&B. I also got a little pop music in there too. So don't mind me. This is music that reminds me of my childhood. And this is when I, was in my most creative energy, when I was in my most magical time of my life, when I didn't have no stress and no aggravation. And I knew I had magical energy in me. I just, wouldn't say that out loud. But so I want to tap into that when I'm channeling the readings. So let's see what we got going on. Yo, it's first of all, it's Gemini season. So shout out to everybody who is benefiting from this Gemini season. And happy birthday, Gemini. But let me tell you something. It's a whole lot of car accidents going on out here. I haven't been watching the news, so I don't know what's going on with the airlines and transportation in reference to airlines and trains and bus schedules and all of that. But if you notice anything going on in your area where like the trains are being held up, flights are being delayed, car accidents, issues with reservations, and like this is a weird Gemini season, a really weird Gemini season. All right, so you gotta be careful out here. Be careful what you're thinking because it's an air energy. Things can manifest a lot quicker. All right, try to stay in a positive frame of mind. Okay, watch what you say and how you say it. Right. It almost feels like it's a Mercury retrograde energy, and the Mercury even in damn retrograde. But I don't know if you feeling anything weird going on in reference to communication or transportation or any type of setbacks or delays you experiencing, or you got a friend or a family member who having some issues. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about it because I swear um, that a friend of mine was telling me she got into a fender bender and she called State Farm and they couldn't even get to her. She I guess she had it a couple days ago, and it took them a couple days to get to her claim because that's how busy they are. And I'm like, yeah, it's that damn Gemini season. Uh-huh. But let's see what's going on with y'all. Okay, let me get some cards out and we'll begin. Hold on. Let's get some cards out for the collective. Let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna do a couple spreads for y'all because I haven't seen y'all in a minute. I hope all is well with everybody. I'm chilling. I'm doing all right. I can't complain. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you and yours are too. All right. I know it's a lot of spiritual warfare going on out right. Shit is real out here right now. Like it's crazy with the spiritual warfare. All right. So that's why I wanted to, make sure I got on and pull some cards on all three of my channels to make sure what's up. Look in the comment section and you'll see the handles for my channel. So go to the community tab. If you want to check out my channels where I just do all the elements, air, fire, earth, and water. That's you'll see the handle for that. And then the one where I do the individual signs, you'll see the handle for that. After I do something here, I'm going to go over to the one where I do the individual signs. So if you like how I read and you want to do individual signs, just make sure you subscribe to that channel. That one is called What's the Word. The handle will be in the community tab as well, and that way you'll get notification when I get on. Now I just want y'all to also know, you see how if you can see my phone, I don't know if you can. Let me see. If you can see my phone, you see the bottom where it says subscriptions. When you subscribe to a channel, all you have to do is hit the subscription button, and you'll see all the people that you subscribed to. Right? Because for whatever reason, like that subscription button right there, All you do is hit that, this one right here with the subscriptions. You hit that one, and it'll pull up all the channels that you've ever subscribed to. So if you ever subscribe to somebody, you're like, damn, they ain't posting. I ain't seen them post nothing. They might be posting, but YouTube might be, for whatever reason, got them in a weird algorithm. So you only see it when you go to your subscription channel. So make sure you subscribe to all three of my channels. This one, like I said, you'll see the handles in the community tab. Subscribe to them all and hit the notification bell, and just check your subscriptions for all the channels that you like, that you subscribe to. And you're like, damn, I know I subscribe to this channel. Where's this at? Or damn, let me see which ones I subscribe to, because they ain't showing up on the main feed. They keep sending you that main feed. They just feeding you what they want you to see, right? Or what's most popular, so to speak. But once click onto somebody, usually they tend to show up on your feed again and again. Okay, that's for some of you who might want, because I know people be saying to me sometimes in the comments, "Oh, it's good to see you back." It's like, I don't be going that long. You know what I mean? The most I'll be going is a month, if even that. But I'm still around, still around. All right. So with that being said, let's take a look at these cards. So we got the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, Major Arcana, the Hierophant, the Three of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Let me see. Like I said, I just want to see what the camera looking like, and that way I'm gonna put a marker right here. That way I could see where to put my card. You can't. I don't think you can see this marker, but I can, so I know where to start. All right. So with that being said, let me see. Oop. All right, it shouldn't be too loud. But we got the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Three of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So let me see here. It's gonna be raining where you are. You want to make sure your pets are indoors. I don't know, somebody cat might get out. Especially if it's supposed to rain where you are, make sure you watch your pets. You know what I mean? Make sure they don't get thrown out there in the rain and caught out there in the rain, or they might try to get out or what have you. I'm also seeing an energy of maybe things being delayed. Maybe your flight's delayed because of weather or travel. Like I was just saying, I was just channeling while I was shuffling that that could be the case with some people, but I do feel like weather delays could be holding people up, or inclement weather. So be careful driving in the snow, not the snow, but where I'm at in the States, it's spring. It's about to be summer in another week and a half. So we don't got no snow where I'm at. It's summertime basically in another week and a half. So if it's raining heavy, just be careful. Check your tires as well. I'm getting somebody need to check the tread on their tires. Okay, because we in heavy Gemini energy. Gemini deals with transportation and travel. So check the the tread on your tires. Make sure your tread is good. Some of you, it might just be time for you, like, yo, damn, you just reminded me. Maybe I need to look at my tires and get a new set of tires. Might be time for you to get a new set of tires and an alignment, okay? And an alignment. Don't skip out on the alignment, okay? You could see a lot of construction going on as well on the roads. All right, so just be mindful of that, and just be careful. You got a lot of idiots out here who just be speeding and they can't go nowhere. They just gotta dip in front of you real quick to get two cars ahead of you, and then they still at the same stoplight as you. These people be bugging. Please don't be one of those people. Please, please, please. All right. But I'm getting that there could be some delays with travel. All right. And it could be that somebody I don't know if somebody loses out on some money, or they're not able to afford a reservation of some sort, is what I'm getting to. So be careful with that. I feel like there's time crunches. People are in a rush. Okay, with this Gemini energy, rush, 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 rush to get something done, or rush to send something. So just be careful with reservations as well, is what I'm seeing too. Make sure you double check your reservation. So if your flight is tomorrow, check your flight now. Make sure your reservation is still intact. Check the weather as well right now. You know what I'm saying? And then tomorrow when you get up, check your reservation again right before you head out, right? To make sure that nothing has changed before you head out. This is what I do anyway. It don't matter what the weather is. But when I got a reservation, I check it the night before, and I check it right before I'm about to walk out the door to go to it to make sure it's still there. You know what I'm saying? And I guess somebody's traveling with no money in their pocket. I don't know how people do that. I'm not with that. I remember I used to date this cat and he used to be like, yo, let's hop on the road. And this was a time where I had no money and he damn sure didn't. It's like, no, we not getting on the road, going nowhere with no, what the hell I look like getting on the road, going somewhere with no goddamn money? Like, are you fucking, are you kidding me? I don't know if it was a setup or what, but I'm not the type to get on. If I ain't got no money, I'm not getting on the road. I need at least, enough money to change a tire, okay, in my pocket before I'm gonna hop on the road and do any kind of long distance driving whatsoever. That's just me. That's the Capricorn moon in me in the third house. I'm not doing that. All right, for real, for real. So, somebody need to be careful of traveling around with very little or to no money, especially when you got the low tread tires, and I don't know. Be careful out here, okay? Um, I feel like this Hierophant energy. This song is called "Treat You Right" by Angela Winbush, and I just feel like for some of you with this Hierophant, Five of Pentacles, and Nine of Wands, your job ain't treating you right. I mean, look at this picture right here. This woman, she looks stressed. She looked aggravated. Somebody could be traveling for work, and it's just like, or you waiting for you have to commute. You waiting to commute home. It's Friday right now too, and isn't it rush hour? Yeah, it's 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So people stressed out, they tired, but the boss is like, nah, here goes some more work. I'm not laughing at you, but I'm just laughing at the situation. Like, yo, that is crazy. All right, so somebody could be thinking they out and they going home, and it's like, nah, you're not going nowhere, ma'am or sir. I need you to finish this, and I need you to finish it today because it's the weekend. So, like I said, it could be maybe you work in insurance, okay, and you work with policies and things like that, where people calling in about accidents and shit like that, or somebody's trying to make a reservation. With accidents come rental reservations. They want to rent a car, and maybe somebody got to sit and wait for the enterprise people to bring them the car because they behind and they got to wait for the right car you want. And I'm getting all that going on. Yeah, I feel like you're in an inconvenient. A lot of you are inconvenienced right now, okay, but you're gonna get over it. You're gonna get past it. You're gonna be able to move on. It's one of those situations where what don't kill you make you stronger. So I do see some setbacks um in reference to transportation and any of the situations that I've spoken about, and not just including those, but anything that I didn't bring up. Just be careful, okay? Or if it's not you, maybe it's somebody you waiting on, or a friend of yours, or a family member of yours who might be indirectly involved in anything related to this Gemini energy with this communication and this travel. I don't know, maybe somebody's waiting on some information, they haven't gotten it yet. But I do see a delay with that. I do see delays with travel and with information and paperwork being processed, and somebody being overwhelmed with a lot of claims and things like that. Um, yeah, I just feel like people can only do so much. So this is a time where a lot of people don't have a lot of patience with Gemini energy. It's like, yo, quick, 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 let's go. Because Mercury is the fastest planet as far as movement around the sun in reference to our neighborhood, aka our galaxy, right? Mercury goes the fastest. And Mercury is about to go in, and it's about to go in Cancer right now. I think it's about to go into Cancer. It's in is it about to go in Cancer? Mercury. I believe it is. I just looked at that yesterday. Let me see if I can find out real quick. Yeah. The planets today. The planets today. Don't mind me if I'm not in the comments. It's just I don't have a setup where I can see the comments and do what I'm doing. I just don't have it set up that way. But if you saying, what's up in the comments, peace out to you. I hope all is well with you. Thank you for coming in and checking it out, checking out the channel, checking out the video, whether you're returning or it's your first time. Yeah, so Mercury's in Gemini, right? Yeah, Mercury's going into Cancer on the 8th. What's today? The 5th? All right, so this is why it's a lot of issues going on. Okay. And I think Mercury does not do well. I don't think Mercury does well in Cancer. So, this could be why we transitioning into that energy. So it could be some setbacks, delays, people's emotions, because Cancer deals with people's emotions, stability and security, emotional security, being comfortable. So that, just keep that in mind. This is what's going on. So you're not the only one experiencing it. Just try to keep, your emotions intact with the Three of Swords energy in reverse. Don't take nothing personal. With the Page of Pentacle in reverse, it's just like you may not get the news you want right away. Okay, and you may end up having to pay out, especially if you're dealing with accidents, deductibles. I'm seeing that people definitely spending money on the deductibles. Okay, whether your deductibles is as inexpensive as what, $500 or up to $2,500, or yeah, it's a lot going on. All right, so just be careful. Okay, out here. But it just looks like somebody is just overwhelmed and they got a lot going on. And the Hierophant energy could represent um a boss, a job, a organization. It could represent insurance because that's Taurus energy, and Taurus rules what you do with your money. You know what I mean? It's like you make a lot of money. Your money making potential is your 10th house, like what you do for money. But what you do with your money is the second house. So for a lot of you, you paying out money for whatever reason, okay? Whether it's rental cars, planning on a vacation, or planning on a vacation, travel for work, because there could be some holdups and delays with that going on. I know the auto mechanic shops is busy as hell right now. Okay, so that type of energy is going on right now. All right, but let's get some clarity, and I'm gonna pull some extra cards, and we're gonna see what else we looking at here for y'all. Let me see. Let's see. Five of Pentacles here. Now, I don't know if somebody called out to work today or somebody's thinking about calling out work, but they need your ass. All right, they need you. And some people probably doing that on purpose. Like, fuck that. I need a break. Okay. It's like, yo, I'm running late. Somebody could be running late, and they just like, look, at least I'm here. I know we busy and stuff like that, but shit, I'm tired. And I was supposed to be here at 8 o'clock. Yes, I was. But I'm sorry I'm late. It's 8:45. I'm here now. What's up? Okay. Like one of them type of mentalities. And that's how I am too. Shit. So they're like, okay, cool. We won't be mad at you. Cause I feel like for some of y'all late. Some of y'all are late on the regular. You've been late like 3 times. Okay. So you may not like the fact that somebody's speaking to you with that page of Pentacle in reverse about you being late to work. All right. Or maybe you are a supervisor and you got to speak to someone about being late over and over again continuously. And you always calling out when we need you and that type of thing. But on the flip side, you could be tired. You ain't paying me enough. So you got that type of dynamic going on too. All right. Let me see what else we got going on. Tell me about this Five of Pentacles here. Yeah, we got the memory energy here. All right. So with the Five of Pentacles and the memory, this is somebody remembering how this is. Oh, yo, I remember when that happened to me. I had to do A, B, C, D, and E, F. And with memory, we're talking about remembrance, communication, and reunion. So, somebody could remember, you could be telling someone a story like, yo, I had got into an accident, or my flight was delayed, or they messed up my reservation. And, somebody is telling them, yeah, I remember I had to go through that. This is what they're going to do. What they're going to tell you. Or this is what you might have to do instead. Or this is how I circumvented the situation. And it might be a little extra work with that Nine of Wands. That Nine of Wands. It might be a little bit of extra work. It's like, God damn, I got to do this, and that. Or this is just you remembering when you had to do, you had went through an inconvenience of some sort. Oof. Withdrawal. Now, okay, we're talking about Gemini, so smoking. All right. So somebody could be okay, so I'm getting that somebody remembers when they was short-winded. It was like, yo, I was really short-winded until I quit smoking. Once I quit smoking or cut down on smoking, I noticed that, I'm able to move around and not be so winded. Like that's what I'm getting for some of you. Like you may remember, yo, I remember when I used to smoke heavy, cigarettes heavy, or whatever you smoked heavy. And it was taking a direct effect on you. Because remember, Gemini rules the lungs, okay? It rules basically any parts of your body where there's two, of course, but it does definitely rule the lungs. So some of you may be having some issues with your lungs, and you're like, damn, maybe it could be the medication you're taking. So maybe you're taking medication, or you're taking like, especially if you're taking antibiotics. Those of you who know how severe it could get for you when it's allergy season, because that used to happen to me. But once I cut back smoking, I didn't have them severe issues too much anymore. But every spring, oh my God, child, every spring, it was a mess. I had to take prednisone, which was a steroid, to open up my lungs. And then I had to take an antibiotic so that my lungs wouldn't get infected. fluid and phlegm and all of that shit. And sometimes it would take a whole month for my lungs to clear, you know, even after I took the medication. So some of you may be finding out that you're immune to the medication. Okay, that could be the case. I'm not really sure, but you may want to double check on that. I know one thing you could take that's antifungal and antiviral is oregano oil pills. Um, and maybe that's why I didn't have as much problem this year because I was taking them. I could go get them for you and show you what they look like. But for those of you who have issues, give me a second. Let me grab them because this, you know, for those of you who go through that, that shit is no joke. But for a lot of you, what you may want to do is consider cutting back smoking or cutting it out altogether, especially if you vape. Man, I'm telling you, that vape be killing people. I'm telling you, the lung infections that people be having. But if you're immune to prescription antibiotics, you may want to take this. Is called oil of oregano. You could take 2 a day. It's antiviral. Let's see if I can show you where. But this is something somebody put me on to. But you could Google it. Google the benefits of oregano oil. All right, it's antiviral properties, antifungal properties. So it's good for various forms of you know, especially if you got some people got lung infections, and it could be like buildup of yeast in your lungs, or it could be parasites. You know, a lot of people be diagnosed with cancer, but a lot of time it'd be parasite eggs. And I know oil of oregano helps to clear up parasites. You may want to check on you know, other natural alternatives if you don't want to be all up in the doctor's office taking the prednisone and that, you know, and maybe you're immune to the antibiotics. But you may want to check out oil of oregano. You may want to check out other. Papaya is good for parasites, especially the papaya seeds, right? So you could. I usually will juice papaya. I'll juice it and I'll eat the seeds, but I juice it as well. You know what I'm saying? And that helps as well with parasitic. You know, if you have any parasitic issues, I know those things help. Um, but a lot of times it be a lot of parasites that be, you know, in your body building up, and you'd be surprised that the symptoms and things that you'll have that are caused by just parasites from the shit you eat, right? So, you know, you want to make sure you're taking care of that because those things that take over your body, and trust me, you'll be diagnosed with all kinds of shit. And 9 times out of 10, it's just you just need to take something to kill them damn parasites in your system from the food you eat. All right. So that's what I'm getting to. But also withdraw from smoking. Some people are quitting or they're deciding, yo, I need to quit. You know, even just the thought about it is a progress. Okay. And just, you know, cutting down and winding down. Some people wind down significantly, but they still are able to enjoy it. And that's cool. But if you got a messed up Gemini placement, you may want to be careful, especially if you got Saturn and Gemini, especially if you got it like in the 3rd house or the 6th house or even the 8th house. You know, you want to be careful. Your 5th house too, because your 5th house deals with your vitality, your energy. So you got to be careful, okay? What's this Hierophant energy? What's the Hierophant energy? Messages for the Hierophant energy. All right, mask. So this is what's hidden, this particular section here. This is the Hierophant with the mask energy. So what you may not know is your job could be causing you stress. Like you may work in an environment where you're breathing in chemicals that are messing with you and you may not even realize it. You may, if you live in a, okay, so say you live in an apartment complex, because Gemini deals with your lifestyle choices. It deals with apartment complexes and, you know, your neighborhood, things like that. Could also be chemtrails that are being dropped, and maybe that's messing with your lungs as well. You know, it's a plethora of things besides these, besides the chemtrails and the pollen and you know the fumes and the fuel and the stuff that they treat stuff with, and I mean all of that could just be messing with your grass, you know, your pet dander, like all of that stuff could be messing with you. You could be somebody who don't even have pets because you're allergic, but you work with somebody who got pets and they got shit all on their coat. You know, them people that come to work with pet fur on their coat, they don't even take the time. You're like, you know, you got a pet, clean your shit off. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm the one who be affected by it. So that's why I be like, and then I look at you and I can see all the pet fur all over your clothes. And it's just like, that's why I'm sneezing and I'm about to have a damn, my lungs are closing up. So, try to be considerate of others. If you have a pet, you can get you one of them rollers and keep it in your car and just, roll yourself when you get out, or take your clothes that you're going to wear out and put them someplace separate so that your pet don't need to rub all over them and things like that's what I'm saying. And also I'm getting with the weed smokers too. It's like, no, I'm not, I like marijuana. Don't get me wrong. I prefer that over drinking. But you got to be careful going into certain environments smelling like marijuana. Like, you got to be careful. So what I used to do when I used to smoke heavy is I used to take my clothes and put them in a certain room and close that door. And I would smoke in a totally different room. I would just have on like lounge clothes and I would smoke, and I would have my hair tied up in the whole nine. So now once I'm done smoking, then I go, take off whatever I'm doing. If I had already bathed, I just take off the lounge clothes I have and take my hair down and do everything I need to do and put on my clothes from in the other room. Like, some people don't even think about shit like that. They just smoke with their clothes on and then they just go right out and hop in the, hop in around, get on the train, get on the bus. I mean, they don't care. And it's like, okay, I understand you don't care. But if you're somebody who maybe nobody brought it to your attention that you smell like weed and it's a concern for you, like, yo, if you knew you smelled like that, you would do things different. Try doing that. Tie your hair up if you're a woman or a man, especially if you got locks or dreads or hair. Tie your hair up and then just wear your lounge clothes and take the clothes that you're going to wear out, put them in a different room that you're not smoking in, right? And then once you're done smoking, then you take off your lounge clothes, you untie your hair, and then you put your clothes on. That way you're not walking out smelling like weed. You know what I'm saying? Because people will judge you and treat you accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And you have a right to smoke because it's legal in a lot of places, but you just don't want to be treated shitty. And besides that, I'm a very private person. Everybody don't need to know what I do. I don't care. I'm not going to tell you what I do. You know what I'm saying? As far as when I'm out and about, that's not a discussion I have with people. You understand? I never was like that. Oh, you smoke? Yeah, I smoke too. I don't do that. You smoke? Oh, no, I don't smoke. I'll lie in a fucking minute. No, I don't smoke. Now, literally, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Anymore. I did quit. But when I did, I didn't like going out smelling like smoke because I didn't think it was ladylike personally for me. That's just me. I'm not knocking nobody who do it. I just didn't think it, I just felt like, people don't take me seriously if I come out the house smelling like, a ball of smoke. But that's for those who care about that. If you don't care, rock on, do your thing. All right. So about masking it, masking the smell before you go to work with the Hierophant energy and with the withdrawal. So yeah, whether it's cigarette smoke or regular smoke, like there's a way you could do things. You know what I'm saying? There's a way you do things. Tell me about this three swords in reverse. All right, good news. So you're looking for some good news with the three of sword energy in reverse. It's like, okay, you know what? Maybe that's why you're over it. Maybe there was some things that went on about you were being, I don't know, maybe you were being pulled in. Somebody could have been pulled to the side because, you smell, somebody could have reported you. You smelling like weed, and you getting pulled into the office. Look, you coming to work smelling like blah, blah, blah. Like you need to, you need to cut that. That could be good news. You might be looking at it like that's messed up, but it's good news in a way because now you know. And so now you know how to move accordingly. You could still enjoy your smoke, but now you don't got to come to work smelling like that because all somebody got to do is smell you. Just because okay, for example, weed is, I was talking about this in the other read that I did on the other channel. Just because weed is legal in your state, it's not legal federally. So if you're working for a company that's getting some federal money, you can't come to work smelling like that because if somebody reports you, they could just get you out of there. Especially people who drive for a living. You really need to be careful because if you get into an accident in any way, shape, or form, the first thing they're going to do is piss test you. Okay? So just be careful. All right? So, I don't know. Maybe there's somebody you've been trying to get rid of. You could be a boss or a supervisor, and this person is just like, yo, they come in here purposely smelling like weed every day. They don't have no regard for work. They don't do their job. They lazy with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And maybe now you have license to write them up and get them the hell out of here. Or maybe somebody is, now you could get them to take a piss test and it's going to, you know what I'm saying? And you can get them out of there. Not that anybody is having a problem with anybody smoking. I just feel like this particular person, It's like, okay, you smoke, but you lazy too. It's like if you smoked and did your job and was a benefit to the company, or asset to the company, people probably wouldn't have as much issue with you. But this is somebody who just don't give a shit about nothing. This what I'm getting. All right. Hopefully this ain't you. This could be somebody you work with. All right. Or, you could be talking to a family member. Maybe you're talking to your kids about, yo, how was work? Well, this dude come in smelling like weed. And, so it don't have to be you directly. Let me see. Blind. Page of Pentacles. So this could catch somebody off guard. Somebody might get, ooh. So I'm getting that somebody might get written up and or fired. Okay. In reference to smoking. I don't know if there was a drug test done and something happens like that, but I feel like it's something somebody's caught off guard. So you definitely want to be careful if you telling people that I never understood why people be telling people they smoke just because we work together. People at your job are not your friends. Like there's some people who have the mindset, okay, well, we like a family here. And that might be the case until some position comes up. Then you see how unfamily shit get real quick. Like I said, I used to work around people who smoked when I used to work in different areas and things like that. And I would never tell these people I smoked. It would never be none of their business. And I personally didn't smoke to go to work. Now you got a lot of functioning addicts out here, whether they smoking, drinking, popping pills, shooting up something, snorting up something, whatever they doing, whether it's coffee, you know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to get their fix so they can go into work and function. Okay. I ain't knocking you because going into these plantations, man, yeah, you need to get your head right. I get you, but you just don't want to be obvious with it because people will turn on your ass in a blind's eye, especially if it's going to benefit them in some way, shape, or form, or they feel that you're a threat. And you don't even be a threat. You're not even purposely being a threat. It's just they know that you know shit that they don't, or they know that, hey, if we both go for the same job, they probably gonna pick him because he been here longer, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you're gonna see people, oh well, he smoke, right? Or she smoke weed, right? Or she pop pills, right? She sniff. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful. Be careful. Watch who you tell things to, because it's Gemini season, communication, and Pluto's in reverse in Aquarius, which is squaring Gemini and Cancer, Mercury and Cancer. Okay, so people's secrets is coming out. Okay, people telling on motherfuckers, or they just telling on themselves. However it works. So just be careful what you share with people. Everything ain't everybody business. Just because they do it don't mean you got to do it. Straight up, I ain't never been that type. Yeah, 3 of Wands energy. So this is an energy of somebody trying to figure out, okay, what do I do next? So I feel like with that 5 of Pentacle energy here, this could be a situation here where there was a loss of time, a loss of let me just see, a loss of time, because memory. We looking at memory, so something from the past. Yeah, and this is like somebody trying to figure out how to get over something. Like this may have happened to you again. It could be something that's happening to you again. You know, maybe it happened to you before and now it's happening to you again, or again, like I said, it could be somebody telling you something, how to handle something because they've been through it, or it could be vice versa, you telling someone something because you've been through it and you knew how to handle it, or you would have handled it this way, type of thing. So it could be a loss here and you're just trying to figure out, okay, how do I navigate this situation so that, or maybe you're waiting on something, because the 3 of Wands, you're waiting, right? You're waiting to see if whatever you did with the 2 of Wands paid off. And if it did, then you can go to the 4 of Wands and be, okay, yeah, I'm happy, I'm excited about this. Or you got to go back to the drawing board, which is the 2 of Wands, to figure out what you need to do. So it could be something going on like that, some type of action you may have taken. And we're looking at the Mars energy. So where is Mars at? Let me see where Mars is at. Mars is in Leo right now and it's going into Virgo on June 17th. So this could be about work. So somebody could be out, could be a lot of people out here looking for a change of job, looking for a new job. I feel like for some of you, you're going to be more aggressive about finding work. So it could be a lot of people now who are looking for part-time gigs, looking for extra money, trying to make extra money as we get into the middle of June. I'm just getting people need more money. That's what I'm getting for real. All right, let's talk to me about this withdrawal. Yeah, somebody might have to take a piss test for work. Okay, and maybe that's what you're waiting on. Somebody might fail. Okay, be careful. Yeah, here's the page of wands in reverse. Exactly. Somebody might fail. That's bad news. The page of wands and the page of swords. So you get bad news that you failed the test, and with the page of pentacle in reverse here, you don't get the job. And maybe you were caught off guard by this because maybe you thought you would pass the test. Now, I don't know. Maybe somebody just thought water was gonna do it. Okay, but there's things you can do to get rid of that stuff so you can take the test. All right, you need to you got all these people around you that smoke, or go to a smoke shop and ask them, what do I need to take to clear out, what I'm saying, I got a piss test to take. That's what you could do. All right, so there's that. But there could be some bad news in reference to quitting. Now, somebody at the job high. Okay. Okay. Somebody's at the job high. I'm seeing that right now. Okay. And they're like, yo, I will never do this again. So I don't know if you went out on work, on break and smoked with somebody, you got the nerve up, because there are some people who can function at work like that. And there's some people who, like me, I would never, when I was smoking, I would never smoke before I went to work, because I'm a pretty intelligent individual. You know what I'm saying? And what weed does for me is it relaxes me a bit. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm at work, I'm on go. And you might not be able to tell I was high, but I would. And so I would be mad paranoid. And I'm getting that somebody could be very paranoid, okay? Tell me about this mask energy. Yeah, we got the star energy in reverse. So yeah, this is you looking like the bad guy, okay? You looking like the bad guy. You're not thinking logically, because Uranus rules Aquarius, and Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. Mercury is all about the thoughts, the intellect, communication. And communication is not just verbally, it's how you move, what you do. You know what I mean? That's all a form of communication, even how you dress. The third house in Mercury energy and Gemini energy is very broad. It's very broad because we express ourselves in so many ways. Um, as far as how we communicate to people. So, it's a plethora of things. But I feel like the way people are looking at you, or could be looking at you as far as this job is concerned, they could be looking at you like you're not the model that they want there. I don't know if somebody already went through this, or if somebody's currently going through this. Somebody could be in the evaluation period where, they being pulled to the side and they being looked at for whatever reason. Okay. But I feel like you may have done something that was unpopular also. Okay, that could be what this is. It's like maybe you don't understand why you did what you did. Okay, that could be it too. Maybe you made the wrong decision about something. You were trying to rush. You might have been anxious, you know. And so maybe you didn't follow the rules and procedures for whatever it was. But it could have been, somebody didn't follow the rules. They didn't do something, and so now they're anxious because they're being evaluated or questioned about something that didn't go right. So tell me about this good news. You're hoping for good news is what I'm getting here. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. You're hoping for good news with that Ten of Sword energy here. Maybe it's going to be 10 days before you'll be able to get back out there and do what you need to do. So maybe you're off work for 10 days. Maybe you don't get paid for 10 days. You could be on administrative leave for 10 days. But this could also be like the Ten of Swords don't always have to be a betrayal type of thing. It could be paperwork, it could be days where something has to happen, but it could very well be that it puts you on your ass for about 10 days. So again, somebody could be on leave or been put on leave, or they may have to wait until, a background check comes back, something like that. Okay. Tell me about this blind energy. All right, Ten of Wands in reverse. So Ten of Swords upright, Ten of Wands in reverse. All right, with the Page of Pentacles. So somebody could be let go. Okay. So the Page of Pentacles is in reverse here. Yeah, this is something that caught someone off guard. It's awkward, unknown, not being able to see. Somebody could have vision problems. The smoking you're doing could be causing you vision problems. Maybe you're having a problem seeing. Maybe you need to get your eyes checked. Okay, that's another thing I'm getting for somebody. And with the Ten of Wands energy in reverse, yeah, somebody need glasses. That's what I'm getting to. Somebody need glasses. Yeah, we got the two of cup energy in reverse, clarifying the star. This could be somebody that, like I said, they feel like you're not a good fit. If this is a professional thing here, if you are in a relationship here, this could be somebody who's looking at you like, whatever drugs you're on, or whatever you take, they're no longer interested in that. And so it could be they feel like that is something that's causing problems in a relationship. Okay. So somebody may be looking at leaving you, or maybe you're considering leaving someone because of their bad habits, right? Because we got a lot of wands here. We got the 10 of wands in reverse. That's 11, 12, 13. Well, actually 11 and then -3 is 8. So that's 8 of wands in reverse. So yeah, something is stagnant. It's not moving forward, right? And so this could be you self-sabotaging with this 10 of swords here and this good news. Maybe you're like looking at this like, yo, I don't care. I don't want this job anyway, right? Somebody could be feeling that way. I'm not sure. All right, but let's get some more information on this read here. So we have distraction. Yeah, so somebody is distracted. And it could be because of, what they're doing as far as the drugs they're doing or what they, you know what I'm saying? That could be it. Somebody could have been drinking on the job as well with this 2 of cup energy in reverse, and they become a different person once they get high, whether this is at work or in their personal life. They become a different person. That's what I'm getting for sure. Yeah, and this song is called I'm a Dreamer. And it's like everything in my mind, what the lyrics go. They go, I'm a dreamer. Everything's so nice when I'm dreaming. Visions in my mind. I'm a dreamer. Everything's so nice when I'm dreaming. I feel like dreaming all the time. So I don't know if somebody is just, in their head when they get high or drunk and they just be zoning out and they be at work and or where there's some place where they need their mind to be intact. But, whatever it is you're doing is distracting you from doing what you need to do as far as making money. Somebody can't pass, like I said, again, I'm getting that again. Somebody can't pass a piss test. So somebody may have gotten fired or laid off. Yeah, dishonesty. Okay. Distraction and dishonesty. All right. So I don't know if somebody lied about something. Yeah, because with the 10 of swords and the 3 of swords in reverse here, somebody could have lied about something. That leaves 8 swords upright. So 8 swords upright is you're not in your head. You're high. Yeah, somebody might have lied about something. Maybe they was under the influence. Yeah, self-assurance. They just knew that they was able to get away with it. So I don't know if somebody got into some accident and they got to take a test, a P test or what have you. I don't know. Or somebody did something under the guise of, yo, I know what I'm doing, or I know I could get this done. But yeah, it looks like somebody gets caught off guard, and as a result, their money is messed up, or could be a lot of paperwork you got to fill out as a result. I don't know. Okay, take what resonates, leave the rest. Let me see what else we got here with this. Leo energy is strong here. So this is about somebody's vitality, somebody's heart as well. Okay. You need to be careful here. Okay. Maybe somebody got a physical and found out that they okay. And so they found out, yo, I need to quit smoking. I'm gonna stop. My cholesterol was high. Somebody could have high cholesterol. Somebody may have a wound that is not healing. And it could be because your immune system is compromised, and it could be because of what you're doing. Okay. Ooh, hold on. I thought I put this phone on Do Not Disturb. I guess I didn't. People being jerks. Because it was a toll-free call. Somebody could be playing games. You know how people are. All right, so we have saboteur. Yeah, see, you got somebody around you who's trying to sabotage you, or you're with someone who is sabotaging you based on their lifestyle and what they do. Now, somebody could be trying to purposely cause you to hurt, okay? Because they're in their ego with this Leo energy, right? They could be trying to distract you. They're not being honest about who they are, and they're confident that they can handle this. Now, on another level, you may have left this person out in the cold here, and they could be thinking about what happened in the past here. The thing is that you got worn out with this person with the 9 of wands here. They worn you out. They tired you out. You gave in with the withdrawal, and with the page of wand energy in reverse, you're just not interested in it anymore. You don't have no energy for this no more. You just don't. That's the thing. And what you don't know from behind the scenes is with the Hierophant energy here, somebody may want to get married to you. But it's like this person didn't want to marry you before, but now all of a sudden they come into you acting like they want to marry you, or they want to move in with you, or they want you to move in with them. but they don't have good intent with the star energy in reverse and the two of cup energy in reverse. I feel this person treated you terribly when y'all was in a connection or a relationship. So where your head is at is the three of sword energy in reverse. You're over the situation now, right? And so the good news is that you find out that this person, whatever dirt they was doing to you, is coming back to them. So I'm just getting the energy of karma. Somebody's getting their ass kicked. Okay. And so you're not interested in being friends with this person with the page of pentacle in reverse and the blind energy. You act like you don't see this motherfucker because you done already went through what you need to go through with this person and you ain't trying to hear it. So somebody could be trying to reach back out to you. Okay. Somebody who ain't got no money with the page of pentacle energy in reverse and the memory energy, you know, and they looking at remembering, okay, maybe you were good luck to them or some shit like that. And, I get again, somebody's just trying to stand in your way and distract you. So this could be somebody you with and you're trying to leave them, or this is somebody you left and they trying to get back in good with you. It don't have to be romantic, but for a lot of you, it is with that two of cup energy in reverse, right? This could be somebody who with the Leo energy here, they're very cocky, they're very arrogant, they're self-assured, all right? They think they know everything, they think they got you. But they only coming in to try to sabotage you or wound you because they a wounded motherfucker. Hurt people. Okay. So this is just somebody mad you left their ass behind. So there's two different stories here. Okay. But there could be also somebody, so as a result, you left this person behind and this person may have lost their job. Okay. They could be, something could be going on in their life now where everything is messed up because you left them alone. All right, because they wasn't doing right by you. So serves them right. I don't feel sorry for nobody. I really don't. Okay, here's the passion. Try something you never done before. And I feel like you did that. Or for some of you who are in a connection with someone who lost their job because they addicted to drugs or they on drugs or they don't take their job seriously or they lazy, don't have no work ethic. You're thinking about leaving this person behind. And that's a good thing because they're going to hurt you with the wound energy and the saboteur. They're going to sabotage everything that you're working on. Or you could have been in a relationship with someone and maybe you were indulging in drugs too. And you have potential. You have go get up an attitude. You got to go get her ambitious type of energy. And while you were with this person, no matter what you was doing, it was just not working. And now you ain't with this person no more. You could be doing all right. That could be that too. All right, let's see. New love. Yeah. See, new love or recommitment to love is developing. I feel like for some of y'all, this is somebody coming back from the past. And I feel like for some of you, this person's karma who did you dirty is you meeting someone new. Or maybe they're trying to come in and distract you so you don't meet someone new. This is how people be, they be on some bullshit. Soulmate. Yeah, this is somebody that a soulmate is somebody who is in your life for a reason or a season, right? They're around for a point, a time, for whatever reason, okay? And you learn from them and you move on. Don't have to be there forever, right? But everybody you deal with on a regular basis for a period of time is your soulmate. Your coworkers are your soulmate. All right. Your neighbors are your soulmate, especially if you communicate with them and stuff like that. They're your soulmate too. You know what I'm saying? Your family members are your soulmates. Let's see. Family. So there. So for some of you, bloodlines, inner circle, okay, blood ties. So this could be you separating from family dynamic or a group or organization that you're involved in. Take it how it resonates. But these are people that you consider family. Remember I said in the beginning, some people go to work and some people, they be on that weird shit where it's like, oh, well, we're like a family here. That type of thing. I feel like you hanging around somebody at your job just because y'all know each other or y'all families know each other. That's no excuse for you to it's like, oh, our families know each other. They grew up with each other. And so maybe y'all are in a relationship or y'all are good friends. But this person is bringing you down. They're distracting you. They're fucking up your money. Is another thing I'm getting, okay? What else we got? Yeah, trapped. So you may feel trapped in this because you don't know what to do. It's like, yo, but I know this person. We grew up together. This is somebody who's not a good friend for you. Or they're interrupting and interfering in your relationship. Okay, with whoever else you got going on. Is this somebody who could be like trying to keep you from being in a relationship with someone, trying to keep you, well, we family, but your family is fucking up your relationship dynamic. Okay, so I don't know, maybe some of you who really wanted a relationship, you're not in one. It could be the people around you, their energy just could be fucking yours up and you can't get, because you ain't supposed to be around these people. You know what I'm saying? And it could be keeping you from getting into a relationship. Or maybe you were in a relationship and the people don't mess with your family. Maybe you got a family full of addicts and you defending them. And this person's like, yo, I can't rock with that. And I can't do that. One more. apology. See, yeah, this person gonna come in and try to apologize. This person could also be feeling that they don't have no options, they trapped and they stuck. So this could be why they want to come back towards you. This is somebody who is bad luck, period. Okay. And when they was around you, they may have had a little luck. And now that you're not around anymore, they can't, they don't have that luck. So they want you back around. All right. But they're gonna mess you up. That's for sure. They definitely gonna mess you up because they have done it before. So they want to keep you trapped and stuck. They don't want you to have options. So they could be throwing dirt around on your name, betraying you, talking bad about you with the Ten of Swords energy to people, so that this could be somebody who talks bad about you with the Three of Swords reverse and then the Ten of Swords. And it's like, oh, okay, they don't got a day in it. Oh, well, they not in a relationship still? Good. So that leaves me room to come in and try to move in. Craziness. Crazy, crazy. All right, but that's what I got for the one spread. Let's get something else out here, y'all. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see. What else we got going on for the collective? Yeah, I feel like for somebody, 1 minute you're one way or your person is one way and the next minute they not. I feel like somebody could have, because Gemini does deal with the mind. It deals with personality disorders. Okay. And Uranus was there in reverse. So somebody could be definitely dealing with some personality disorders, bipolarism, social order disorders. What do they call them? I forget what the word is, but Gemini and Uranus, they deal with personality disorders. Okay. They also deal with levels of the spectrum that you could be on. We're all on the spectrum in some way, shape, or form. It's just where you are on the spectrum. So, I'm showing that somebody may not be competent enough to do their job, or maybe coming off as, you're not competent enough to do your job. Let's use a different deck. Okay. And it could be because of, what's going on that you're using. I don't know if you're taking any regular medication could be it. Okay. But for some of you, it's the cigarettes or the smoke or whatever you sniffing or snorting. If it ain't you, somebody you know. So maybe your kid is having a problem in school and you don't understand what's going on. And maybe you don't know they smoke on the low or they doing anything on the low. Ask them what's going on, because they smart. It's like, yo, what's going on with these grades? I know you, what kind of events you in. I know what you do. So what's going on? Maybe they smoking. Maybe they popping something. Just talk to your kids about drugs. One more. Oh man, I moved my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let me get the card. All of these is in reverse. I'm going to just read this real quick and I'm going to get rid of them because, I'm not in the mood for reversals all the way through today. I don't know why. I don't like it when it's just all reversals, but we got the 5 of Cups in reverse, the 8 of Wands in reverse, the Judgment in reverse. So yeah, somebody's doing something over again and over and over again. You may have did this in a past life or experienced this in a past life, and it's coming back around because you didn't do what you were supposed to do the last time. I tell people all the time, based on my understanding of things and what I experience, a lot of times, and in my understanding of death and the things that you face when you before you reincarnate, a lot of us, we have unresolved, when we pass away, we have unresolved emotions about certain things. And if that emotion is strong enough, you won't go towards the light. You'll go towards that emotion. And so what'll happen is you'll reincarnate and you'll have to deal with that shit again in this life. So in this life, you got to make the right decision this time. So this is what somebody's dealing with Pluto in reverse. And you may not know that because that's what's hidden, which is Judgment in reverse. Now, Pluto is in retrograde in Aquarius right now. Okay. So with the 5 of Cups energy in reverse here, this is somebody who's just like, oh, well, fuck it. It is what it is. But the thing is that, I feel like you're taking that approach and it's not helping you. So if there's something that you just is like, you know what, I can't figure out, I don't know what's going on. This is something that you had to deal with in the past life and you're being brought back to deal with this again. This Ace of Wands energy in reverse here, it could be something that has to do with rejection. Maybe you're afraid to let go of something because you're afraid of rejection, or you're afraid of how people will look at you, or it could be something that has to do with your sexual nature, your sexual desires. Maybe you're looking at something where it's, I don't know, maybe you need to be celibate That could be it, okay? Because the Two of Cups is in reverse. So it could be a relationship that you're in that you're not supposed to be in, but you won't leave it, okay? And it's just like, fuck it, I ain't got nowhere else to go. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Somebody could have been doing you dirty and doing you wrong, and you just forgive them and you take them right back, right? But I feel like for some of you, yeah, this is not good. This is all negative. All right, but let's see. Yeah, here this song is called "Keeping On." You got to keep keeping on. You got to keep keeping on. Somebody may feel like, okay, I'm at a loss here. This is a motivational song I like to listen to because it's just like, the lyrics are sky is a limit and you know that you can have what you want, be who you want. The sky is a limit and you know that you just keep on pressing on. So somebody needs to hear that, okay? Don't just give up and be like, oh, I ain't got no choice in the matter. You always got a choice. It's just you have to look at it from a different perspective. And some people, the choice is letting go, and that might be the hardest thing, which is why you don't even look at that as an option. Especially if you're in a relationship or a marriage. I'm not getting a divorce. That's not an option. When I'm married for life, but you're married to someone who is causing you grief and all kinds of hell. And you were supposed to walk away from this relationship in the last life. You had the same mentality in the last life. And in this life, you doing it again. And, you're just going to have to come back in the next life and do it again if you pass away before ending this relationship. And that's with anything, okay? All right, so let's see what else we got. Let's get 5 more cards. Ace of Swords. Ooh, 9 of Coins. The Hierophant. Let's get 2 more. The Hierophant coming out again, y'all. We got the 4 of Wands and the Magician in reverse. All right, let's see. Let me make sure you can see this. Let's see. There we go. Let me move this over a little bit. All right. So, Ace of Swords, 9 of Coins. Hierophant, 4 Wands in reverse, 4 Wands upright, Magician in reverse. Now, the 2 major arcanas are the Hierophant and the Magician in reverse. Venus for the Hierophant. And because that's about money, what you appreciate, what you love. So that's what's hidden. All right. This could also be about a workplace or an organization or a group, a spiritual, religious group, organization. This could also be where you live at, your home, your finances, how you make your money, more importantly, how you spend your money, and how much you're paid. Okay. Now, there could be some communication coming in here with this Ace of Swords energy. This is a blessing from the universe. Maybe you did something and now you're going to have some information come in, or this could just be dealing with the reality of something. So some type of paperwork or documentation, especially with the Ace of Swords and it being Gemini season. All right. But the challenge is are you okay? So maybe there's some type of communication come in, but this communication is making you question if this is really worth it. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my game down, flip it, and reverse it. I don't know why that came to me. I'm a Missy fan, but that came to me. So yeah, with the Hierophant energy in reverse, it's like, I don't know if somebody wants to propose to you, but I feel like it's not for a good thing, or they're not able to manifest. They want to be with you because you're able to manifest. So there could be some type of communication coming in, and it's compromising your stability, your independence. Okay. And what you may not realize is this person wants to marry your information or your energy with theirs. This is what you don't know. Okay. But you are at peace with this 4 of Wands energy because this is your energy. So you doing good. You happy. You doing what you want. You may be living where you want. You may be vacationing, doing things that really speak to your soul, right? You could just be at peace right now, right? But somebody could be trying to mess that up with the Magician energy in reverse. Oh Lord, let's see what's going on. Let's see. What's going on with this? What's this Ace of Swords? What is this communication, or what is this information here that's coming in? All right, we got robbery. So with robbery, we talking about exploitation, incantation. I'm sorry. What is that word? Incaution, 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 and unfairness. I never heard of incaution. Incaution. I'm gonna have to look it up now. I gotta look it up. Hold on. So give me a second here. Incaution. And it's all one word. Incau. Incautious. Heedless of potential problems and risks. So there's some communication coming in where somebody is trying to tell you something, but they're not telling you um everything involved. Right? So they may be trying to tell you some information that's going to put you in a position where you may lose out. All right. Or they leave out some information. And as a result of them leaving out information, it does not benefit you. Okay. The thing is that somebody may be looking at your independence as an issue because it's the 9 of coins, right? Maybe this is where this person wants to be. I'm getting the energy of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? This person could be looking at what you got and wanting what you got. So they could be trying to come in and communicate with you in order to finesse you to take what it is that you have or to be able to participate in what it is that you're able to manifest and what you have. Because again, with the magician and in reverse, I feel like this person cannot manifest for themselves. So this just reminds me of somebody who basically is just coming around you because they just want to rub off on you. You know what I mean? You doing good, you doing your thing. And they got a problem with that because this is the challenge section. So this person got a problem with the fact that you doing what you doing and able to take care of yourself. You're self-sufficient. You're independent. You don't need this person. This person may need you. Yeah, readiness. This is the challenge. It's like no matter what you do, you always up for it's like the readiness and the 9 of Pentacles. You're doing whatever it is you need to do to maintain your situation, your independence from whatever it is you're doing. Now some of you may be starting your own business, but you may not be letting nobody know. You might be keeping it to yourself. I feel like this person is being nosy. That Ace of Swords and robbery is giving me an energy of someone being nosy, trying to investigate what you're doing, trying to see what you got going on so they can put you in a position of lack. Now the thing is that this person could be being put up to this by other people. This could be somebody you work with. So, this could be like if it's not somebody you work with, this person could work for somebody with the Hierophant. They report to somebody higher up. You know what I'm saying? And so they're coming in to investigate a situation. Like maybe you are in the military and you do investigations and you're coming in to investigate a situation or a person here to see how they got this money or what they're doing here. And so as a result, you have to report back to this higher up, or it could just be, on the dark side of things, because the magician is in reverse. On the dark side of the thing, say it's somebody who, it could be a coven of some sort, who's coming in and they targeting you because you got all these blessings and you're able to manifest. And so they could be sending somebody in to sniff you out, try to be your friend, see what you got going on, find out what's truth and what's not, try to find out, did whatever we do work? Did it work? Did it affect this person? Did it not affect them? And so I feel like for some of you, it didn't affect you with the readiness and the 9 of Pentacles. You still standing. I'm still alive. Like I'm hearing that. I don't know if you've seen any of the memes or the videos where, people have been into some drastic situations, life altering situations where they could have lost their life. And they, come on a video and they say, I'm still alive. Like you couldn't defeat me. I'm still here. So I'm getting that type of energy here. Tell me about this Hierophant. Somebody also could be going on an interview before I move on. Somebody could be going on an interview. And what could be going on is, I don't know, somebody might have found out that somebody lied on their resume. And so as a result here, maybe something happens as a result of that, or somebody goes on an interview and, it's like, yo, you're going to have to pay me for what I'm worth. I'm willing to negotiate. I'm going to sit here and negotiate. I'm not going to just accept what you give me with that readiness and the 9 of Pentacles. And that's what I say. A closed mouth don't get fed. So you wait until they offer you the position, right? And they tell you what the salary is. They should just tell you what the salary is up front so that you don't got to do the stupid ass song and dance. That's the one thing I hate about corporate America. It's like you advertising the job, tell me how much the pay range. Give me a pay range. You ain't got to tell me how much because I know it may have to depend on my experience and, what I bring to the table. I get that. But give me a range so that I know, okay, I'm not even going to apply for this because it's not going to be worth the money. right? And so if I was an employer, I would be fair. I would just be like, yo, this is the range. You could make amount, you could make this much, or you could make this much, and anything in between. That is going to depend on what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to do that, and I don't know why. It's like it's really pisses me off with that song and dance shit. You got to go to these interviews, then you gotta get dressed to go to the interview, then you got to go to the interview, you got to meet this person, talk to this person, then you go home. It's not like they tell you something right then and there. Then you got to go home and you got to wait for these motherfuckers. Then they want to call you in for another interview. So now you got to get dressed again and go back again and do this little shuck and jive in front of them again. Choose me. Da, da, da. Like that shit annoys me. I hate that. And then you get the job and then they like, oh, well, we're only paying $13 an hour. We're going to start you up. And they say that shit like it's fly. We're going to start you off at $13.50. And then after a year, we'll give you a 25-cent raise. And I was like, you're going to start me where? That's the base salary. Let me tell you why I deserve more. I have this experience. I have that. I have this experience. I've been able to do this. I do that. And I've done this. So certainly I have enough experience to exceed that, that base salary. So I would hope that you and your higher ups would be able to reconsider, the salary and, maybe we can move forward and leave it like that. Don't be scared of these people. Closed mouths don't get fed. The worst they already gave you the job. So the worst they're going to tell you is, no, we can only start you at $13.50. And if they tell you that right away, then it's up to you. It's up to you to be like, okay, well, I can't accept that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta let them know. Okay, with this song that's on right now, this is Mos Def, Shine Your Light. My Umi says, shine your light on the world. Shine your light for the world to see. So shine your light. Let these people see what you bring to the table. Shine your light for them to see and demand what you deserve. No matter what you're doing, whatever group or organization you're in, shine your light. So we got the Hierophant and the Origins. Okay, yeah. So some of you got to work your way up the ranks with the Hierophant and the Orphan. So okay, with the Origin and Hierophant. So maybe oh God, okay, I'm getting an initiation. I'm getting like how you join a sorority or fraternity, or you join a dark, some type of initiation is what I'm getting. Now, the robbery part could just be somebody lied on their application or lied about what they could do. Okay. And then the other thing could be like, yo, if you want to get in, you want to, get in with us, you're going to have to go get this information. Okay. Like I said, this is an investigator here. Somebody who's investigating someone, maybe they're doing a background check on someone. Okay. It could be that too. But you over here, you're at peace. Okay. Tell me about this at peace energy. Tell me more about this. Yeah, the care energy. So this talks about parenthood, patron, and support. So you're in a position where you're giving this person your support, or you're giving this organization your support. Maybe you okay. So for some of you, if you're applying for a job, one of your criteria is, look, I have a newborn or I have a child. What is your policy on, what is it? I don't know how it works, but it's like, what's your policy with, parenting? And maybe I want to work remotely because I have a child, and, maybe, you're not able to afford childcare because of this job and because of what they're paying. I don't know. Let's see what this Magician in reverse is about here, and we'll get more clarity on that. But I feel like somebody's concern is, look, my priority is my children. My priority is home. Maybe working from home would be good for you or benefiting you, or maybe that's what you're bargaining for. Maybe that's what you want. Like, can I work from home? You got all these corny ass jobs wanting people to come back into the office. I don't know why. Most people are happy outside the office because you don't got to deal with the office bullshit. But the thing is that these people want to watch you. They want to watch you. They want to observe you. So they want you to come back into the office. So it's a bunch of bullshit. But the Magician energy and reverse and relaxation, you're like, yo, I decline. I'm sorry, I decline. So some of you are not signing this contract. You're not signing this paperwork. If this is somebody investigating a situation here, they may find out that somebody, because a private detective might be hired to find out what somebody's husband is doing or what somebody is up to. They could find out that somebody got a child with someone else. All right. And this is why you're like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to mess with this individual. So that could be it. But with this magician energy in reverse here, and this peace, tranquility, easiness, and then this four of wands. Huh. This is a this song in the background is really interesting. It's a Aaliyah song. I'm gonna be forever a Aaliyah fan. But this is a song that was on her last album, and it was never released. But it's a song talking about her. It's like the dark side of things. It's like she's talking about, I can be the other woman in your life. I can be the other reason you're up at night. I could be all the things you thought she might. I could be on the side. That'll be all right. So that was a song that she put out, and it was just another side, of Aaliyah. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. But I don't know. Maybe this is what this is. There's a woman who's like, "Yo, I don't got no problem, being a woman on the side. I got the kids. I'll have your kid." Or, yeah, I understand you got a child, but somebody don't want a child. They want their own independence, and so it's like, look, I'm not trying to rob you of, the fact that you may want children. So, we could be cool. And then, you meet somebody that you want to have kids with, do your thing. Like, I'm over here chilling. I ain't going to sit here and lie to you with the magician in reverse or play games with you. I don't want kids. So, you want to hang out with me, you got to understand that. But, this is a deal breaker with relationships, because if you don't want kids and the other person do, what's going to happen? So, it's very important that you talk about that up front before you fuck, right? Some people don't have these types of conversations. They just get into these situations and then they find out, oh, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. But, if you want to be intimate with someone, then you should. And this could be somebody with the Ace of Swords and robbery, not telling somebody what they truly want. Or they could just be coming in purposely trying to get someone pregnant, trying to fuck up some independent person's peace by trying to get them pregnant. And so now they just sitting, but it's like, once I get you pregnant, then, oh, well, I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna relax. And with the magician energy in reverse, I got you. Haha. So this could be what this person is doing here. All right. This is some snake shit here. This is what a lot of people do. A lot of men do this. Women do it too. All right. But a lot of people will set people up and get them pregnant or get pregnant by them. And then, just be on some other shit. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. Ooh, we got the Three of Swords energy that came out sideways here. So yeah, this is definitely about somebody dealing with a third party here. It's like 1 minute this person is they don't know how to feel. This is why they got somebody investigating it with the robbery and the Ace of Swords. It's like, I want the truth. I don't know if this person is messing around. I want to know if they messing around, right? And then this Nine of Wands energy came out. It's like, yo, I'm tired of this shit. I don't know what's going on, or are they still messing with this person? They were messing with them. Are they still messing around? That's what I'm getting heavy. Okay. So the thing is that there's somebody here who is like, yo, if they still messing around, I'll leave. With the independence energy of the Nine of Coin and the readiness energy, it's like, yo, I'll leave. Or if you can't give me what I want, you know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable being independent. I'm comfortable being by myself. And this is also somebody who's purposely trying to get someone pregnant or trying to get pregnant by somebody, and the shit ain't working. Trying to take someone's independence. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacle energy in reverse, and then not do nothing for them. So this could be a situation where there's a man here who could be trying to get this woman pregnant, trying to promise her shit with the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords energy, the robbery energy, the Three of Swords energy, and because she don't really care. I think he's trying to do shit to get to her, to get underneath her skin, and it's not working because she don't really care about him like that. With the Ten of Pentacle energy in reverse, she don't put no energy and effort. She's not interested in being a Ten of Pentacle in reverse, which is him taken from her. She's comfortable being a Nine of Pentacle, right? And again, it could be he or she, but I'm picking up heavy, strong, masculine energy doing this to someone. This is what I'm picking up here. All right. So yeah, let's talk about the origins energy. Now, if this is about this job here, it's like you could have, like, yo, this is my third job interview. These people are not considerate of my, home life situation. I want to be, I don't want to work for someone. I want to be an independent contractor. However, I may not be making enough, or I'm ready to just do my own thing if I have to, something like that. So this is somebody, getting themselves ready to start their own job. So you could be looking to go back into the workforce just to get some money up, hustle some money up so that you could start your own business, because you're going to be in, you want to be your own boss. All right, this card turned over. Yeah, there's the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So we got 9s and 10s here. So this is about, people getting tired. All right, not getting what they worth, trying to figure out putting the paperwork in order here with the Hierophant energy and the origins and the Nine of Swords. So this is somebody filling out for LLC, and getting an EIN number and getting a Dun and Bradstreet number and doing all of that on the low. They doing that on the low because this job is not paying them what they're worth. Like I could make more money being independent. Like I had the mindset of, you know what, you could be paying me $70,000, but if I could make $1 doing my own thing, that means I could make two. And if I could make $2 doing my own thing, that means I could make three. So if you could make just $1 doing your own thing on the side, you got to figure out how to build that up so that you could get $2. And then, keep your job while you're doing that until you're able to make the same amount of money at the, you know what I'm saying? Or you can just branch off and do your own thing. All right. That's what I'm getting for somebody. Because home is more important for somebody. Happiness and having a family is much more important to them. Having that freedom of doing that, being able to be with the kids, being able to go on vacation with my wife and my kids, or my husband and my kids, being able to have the life that I want, being able to stay at home with my children while I'm working, being able to leave the job when I want. I don't want to have to call someone and ask and beg someone to take the fucking day off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to reason with you when I got something, private going on, something very personal. I don't want to have to come in and even explain anything to you. I just want to be able to be off. And that's my mentality. I'm not in a position, I'm not in the mood to be asking nobody for shit as far as my freedom and my freedom of movement. I'm not with that shit. And I'm not saying I'm better than nobody else, but that's just my spirit. You understand what I'm saying? That shit bothers me. Just like the fact of the song and dance you got to do for the interview. That shit bothers me too. But, we all had to do it at some point if we was working for other people. Yeah, here's the Page of Cup. Yeah, this is about, and then the Five of Wand energy in reverse. Like, look, I don't want to have to wait for, okay, well, such and such said they wanted this day off first, or, you know what, I have to put you on hold with the Five of Wand energy in reverse to confirm if I can give you that day off, or ain't nobody's trying to hear that shit. I'm not coming in. I'm just letting you know. I'm not asking you. Okay? I'm not asking, B. I'm telling you, I'm not going to be in that day. So if you short on staff with the Five of Wand energy in reverse, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It is what it is. I'm not coming in regardless. That's what that Five of Wand energy is. I'm not going to sit here and tap dance for you. Can I get the day off and compete with John because he want that day off too? I don't give a damn. I'm off that day. I'm telling you right now, this is my child's birthday with the Page of Cups and the Four of Wands and the care. And yeah, this is the child's birthday. I'm taking that day off. Figure it out. Or this is my child's graduation, or this is my graduation, some shit like that. I'm not doing it. Or this is my birthday, because I'll be damn, I ain't never worked on my birthday. I can't even remember when I worked for people. If I ever worked on, I made sure I took that day off, and I didn't tell people it was my birthday. They ain't have to know, because then you might have some funny ass bosses. Oh, well, that's your birthday. You just want your birthday. No, you gonna work. If I work on my birthday, you need some petty people shit. So I'll never tell people what my birthday was. You know what I'm saying? Until after I took the day off. Or if my birthday was coming up, I wouldn't mention it to nobody. I'd just be like, I'll just put my request in real quiet, like, you know what I'm saying? And if I know I got time, I'm going to take it. And even if I don't, I'm going to fucking take it. That's just who I am. Don't listen to me. Don't get yourself fired. I'm a rebel. Okay? I'm a rebellious one. So, yeah, here's the Page of Pentacles. Like, peace of mind. Here's reality. It's like, yo, you're not gonna tell me what to do with the Magician energy in reverse. I'm gonna do what I want with the relaxation and the Ace of Pentacles, because I got peace of mind knowing that I'm doing what I want to do and how I want to do it. So this is about somebody going out there and trying to get their own thing and do their own thing. Now, also on the flip side, if this is somebody who's trying to get somebody pregnant or get pregnant by somebody to hold them back or to hold them down, or I want to be able to have access to him, so I'm gonna make sure I get pregnant by him because he got money and this and that. You know how they do. I don't know. People be falling for the same shit. It's like, I don't understand. They fall for the same old shit over and over and over again. It's just crazy to me. But it looks as though somebody is like, yo, I'm not gonna compete with you. You're very childish and you're immature. All you want to do is just come around and put your fish in my cup and then, get me pregnant. And, then you'll be happy and excited because then you'll have access to me. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll think next thing you think you got access to my money. It's like this, they trying to fuck up your relaxation. They trying to fuck up your peace. Somebody is upset because you're a single, independent individual and you don't have nothing tying you down. You could go and do whatever you want. Right? With the origins and the Hierophants and the Nine of Swords, you could do whatever it is you want to do. You can move wherever you want. You could go wherever you want. You're only limited by your income. And somebody don't like that. Okay? They coming in trying to steal from you. Okay? And no matter what they doing, it's not working because they getting tired. Okay, they getting tired with the 9 of 1 energy. I feel like somebody's done this to other people before with that 3 of Swords. It's like this is somebody who preys on independent, like for example, like I said, I get in heavy, strong, masculine energy. This is a man who preys on women, strong, independent women who got their own money, who can make their own. They ain't got no kids and they not married. They not interested in the traditional relationship with the 10 of Pentacle energy in reverse. And so this is somebody who can do whatever they want with the Hierophant, Origin, and 9 of Swords. This person's trying to tie you up so you can't. So they want to come by, have fun, do what they do. And then some of them, they want to move in with you. They want to knock out, they don't want you to have nobody else with the 5 of 1 energy in reverse. But they only want to nickel and dime you with the Page of Cup energy. They only want to give you that page energy. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to compete for you. That's the thing. But what they want to do is get in and get you pregnant. And then they could go on about their business. Like this is a shiesty ass dude. Straight up. Shiesty ass dude. Or shiesty ass chick. All right, she want to be able to relax, and get that money. Once you get her pregnant. That's all. She don't care who you talk to. She don't care. She just want to knock out the competition and get pregnant. It's crazy. People is wild because some people they lazy excuses. Exactly. They come up with all kinds of excuses as to why they can't get what they want. They gotta latch on to somebody else, somebody else's manifestation gifts. Ugh. I'm so tired of these people. Anyway, let me see. All right, jaded. Yep, see? Jealous. I told you. They jealous of you. They jealous you got what you got. But see, people don't understand that you worked for this shit. I never understood. I was just thinking about that today. I'm like, yo, I ain't never been jealous of nobody for nothing. I'm so glad I don't suffer from that disease. I feel like it's a mental illness, and I feel like it's a lot of people that got it. And the reason I had to think about it, like, why am I not jealous of other people who have other things that I might want or live in a lifestyle that I might feel like I would want to live? Why am I not jealous? It's because I observe those things and I say, oh, wow, that's a nice car. That's a nice house. Or, they got a degree or da, da. It's like, I know I could go out there and get it if I wanted it. That's why I'm not jealous. It's like, I'm not afraid of hard work. I grew up in a single family home as the oldest. My mom worked 2 jobs until my youngest sibling was about 30, 35 years old. All right. So my mom worked, bust her, and she was my main example. So I always was raised under the guise of you can do whatever you want. You got to go out there and get it though. You understand? And on top of that, I grew up in a house where we had books. You know what I'm saying? We had a library. We had multiple encyclopedias, multiple what's the word I want to use? We had 3 or 4 different types of encyclopedias. We had books. If I was in trouble, I had to go in my room and I had to read a book and do a book report. Like my mind was always being nurtured in reference to my intelligence. And then, the work ethic was just, so I never was jealous of nobody. I just knew if that's what I want, okay, let me put a plan together. Let me figure out how I go about getting it. Right? If I want whatever I want, because that's what the Hierophant represents, the material things you want. You do whatever it is you got to do. You put a plan in place and you start from the beginning and you get it. This the thing. But these people don't want to do that. They see you getting shit and they want to come in and latch on to you because they don't have no work ethic. So they come up with all kinds of excuses as to why they want to fuck your shit up, right? Because they jaded and jealous. Yeah, codependent. I can't make this shit up. Codependent. This is the type of person, they don't know independence, right? They don't like your independence with the 9 of Pentacles. They don't like it. And you don't need them with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And even if you wanted them, they can't bring nothing to the table. They come in with 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So everything that it's like you got money and they don't. Okay, you're the one who's gonna foot all the bills. They just come in to fuck your shit up. That's all they're gonna do because they don't have no work ethic. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, somebody who don't have no work ethic. They don't have no desire to go out there and get their own. They're just looking at everybody else, coveting what everybody else got, being jealous and hateful, and then trying to come in and get in where they could fit in and take advantage of a person and then leave them behind. Especially if this is a dude doing this. He don't even want to be with the woman. He ain't even looking at her like, yo, damn, she manifest. Let me get with her because I got dreams and goals, and I see she got potential, and I see she manifests for herself. So maybe she would be able to help me to, to do the business I want to do or to get into what I want to get into. And even if it was that, they just want to come in and just give from you. They don't want to give you nothing. It's like, yo, I'll take your, okay, well, what advice do you have for this? And then they keep bugging you, and then they don't want to give you nothing in exchange for your advice. I don't do that neither. I'm not giving nobody no free advice because motherfuckers don't listen. And most of the time, stuff that you give them for free, they don't appreciate and respect anyway. They ain't going to listen. They just going to want to take from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just terrible. It's disgusting. I'm disgusted because I'm not one of them type of people. Never been jealous of nothing because I know I could go get what I want. And that's what they don't. They don't like that with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles in the readiness, that's go-getter energy. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, they trying to take from you. How you trying to take from somebody who's a go-getter? They coming back in with, so this is somebody you already knew. This could be fake ass family members as well. Okay, they shitted on you, did you dirty, may have lied on you, spread rumors about you. All right, called you a thief, said you stole shit, said that you steal for a living, you don't make your own money, you get, you do nefarious shit to get your money. Just jealous and hateful because they can't do what you could do. You know what I'm saying? That's all. So this person may realize that, now they want to come back in because they see you doing better without them. They tried to slander your name, or they, with the Nine of Wands, they did everything they possibly could to try to get over on you, and you couldn't. So now it's like, oh, if we can't beat them, join them. So now they want to come back and fucking apologize. Oh, wow. This what we doing now? Okay, y'all know. Me personally, I don't believe in taking people back from the past. Let them stay where they at, because they had plenty of time to show you who they was. They ain't want to build with you. They ain't want to fuck with you. When you was trying to do your shit and you was in the mud doing it, these motherfuckers was doing everything they possibly could to distract you and take you away from what you was doing. They could have been trying to get you pregnant. Some of y'all may have been dealing with somebody for a period of time and never got pregnant because the universe didn't want that to happen for you with this person, because the universe knew what time it was with this person. Now they want to come back and apologize. Oh, I'm sorry I did that to you. Da, da, da. Okay, fine, cool. I'll take an apology. Thank you. I appreciate you apologizing. Now, don't mean that I'm going to let you back in. It mean I accept your apology. Now, some people not going to apologize unless they know they can get back in. And they also come in with a lie for someone to get back in so they could finish doing what they wanted to do. This is like a narcissistic energy here is what I'm getting here, especially with this magician energy in reverse. They want to get what you want. They don't want to do no work for it, but they just want to live off of you. The narcissistic shit. They didn't finish destroying you. And Corey Holcomb had a short video about that, and it was really important to me because it struck my soul. It's like a narcissist, if they was treating you dirty and fucked up all this time that they was with you, and you finally got away, and then they keep calling you, wanting you to get back in, wanting to apologize. The only reason they coming back is because you got away. They wasn't able to fucking destroy you, right? And I'm getting that here. Like, this person has been trying with the Nine of Wands because they done did this to other people, right? With the Ace of Swords and robbery. They done this to other people, but they just can't get you for some reason. You got away. So now they want to come back and make excuses for their behavior and how they was acting, but they really was jaded and they really codependent. So they're going to come and apologize and think that that's going to fix it and that you're just going to let them right back in. But they only going to come back in to fuck you up, finish destroying you because you got away in the first place. Like, it wounds their ego big time that you was able to get away and you was still able to thrive after you left them behind, right? And so they're coming back in to destroy you and to annihilate you. So this is the type of motherfucker who will marry you and be there until you literally die and then shit on you, right? When you sick or when you're not well, or they'll get you in good and then they'll go back to their original plot and plan, which is to destroy you. You got to be careful taking people back who did you fucking dirty. You got to be careful with that. Family, friends, lovers, it don't matter. If they showed you who it was, why you not believing that? Because you thinking, oh, they learned, they see I'm fly, they learned, they know I'm the shit over here. They know it's where it's at. Yeah, you went over there with them and now you know where it's at. Yeah, keep on playing with your ego. You're going to get fucked up. Okay. For some of y'all, this is a past life lover. Okay. So the thing is with this past life lover, this is something that you were supposed to walk away from in the past life. So there's a hint for you right there. If this was difficult for you to get out of, it's because you wasn't supposed to be in it. You got out and now they're coming back to apologize. Okay, if you want to accept the apology, fine. But I wouldn't meet with this person in person. If they came to my door, I would call the police. I most certainly would. I wouldn't even, yo, who is it? All right, hold on 1 minute. calling the police and let the police come and meet their ass at the door. Get them out of here. Restraining order. I didn't invite this person. I cut them off. I don't take their calls. They know what time it is. Why are they at my door? What the fuck is this all about? Y'all, I'm telling you, you're supposed to cut that off. You are not meant to build with this person with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. You are not meant to build with them, even if you got a kid with this person. But some of y'all realize that now that you have the kid, you know what time it is. And you're like, nah, I'm not with this. Yeah, trust. Trust your intuition with the situation. When this person reach back out to you, you know what you've been through. Can't nobody tell you. Don't let this person gaslight you. Oh, it wasn't that bad. I didn't do all of that. You had problems before you met me. You should. That's who you need to fuck with. It's the people you had problems with before you. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if they know you came from a fucked up family or you had a fucked up family environment, they're quick to gaslight you. Don't go for that. Don't go for that. Don't go for that. Because they're gonna say anything. Yeah, stalking you online, watching you online. Some of you posting your pictures of what you're doing. You living your life. You looking happy and you looking at peace. This burns their fucking blood because they didn't finish getting to destroy you like they wanted to. All right, and I'm telling you, it's demon energy. Okay, it's demon energy. Only demons do shit like this. Somebody who got a demon on life situation. This motherfucker don't got no soul no more, and they coming to take you with them. Period. End of discussion. And by any means necessary. Yep. Magician. Didn't the magician? Yep. The magician came out in reverse. Exactly. So, and then chemistry. You know what? This song that's on, this is Babyface. It's called I Love You, Babe. But he says, I love you, babe, in the scariest way. I want you, babe, to stay with me. I love you, baby. And it's hurting to say, I want you, babe, to stay with me. But it's like how you love somebody in the craziest way. That scares me. I really didn't pay attention to the lyrics till just now. But that's what he says. It's really crazy. But yeah, this person loves you in the craziest way, as in it's not real love. It's just, they attach to your ass. All right, let's get some more and we're going to wrap up. Yeah, waves, emotions, worry, and fear. So this is what they want to cause. They've already caused this in you because this is somebody from the past that you dealt with, or they want to come back in and cause these waves. They could be going through waves of emotion and fear because they lost your ass. You're a supply, and they don't want to lose the supply. You was a good supply too. Yeah, here we go. Apology again and another deck. Apology. Arrogant, rash actions, and insincere. That's why the magician is in reverse. This person don't like that you over here manifesting and chilling. They don't like that shit. They don't like it. They don't like it. Look at, you blocked them, and that's what you should do. Blocked, moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. All right? There you go. All right? Be careful of these people now. All right, this could be your baby mama, your baby daddy. This could be somebody trying to be your baby mama, trying to be your daddy. You know how some people will say, oh, they're going, they ain't never met you before, but they about to walk up to you. Oh, there go my ex. There go my ex-husband. How the fuck this motherfucker your ex-husband and you just met them? How is she your ex-wife? I'm about to go meet my future ex-wife. Like, be careful of people who say stuff like that. Even if it's a joking manner, there's some truth, meaning that person ain't doing nothing but coming in and trying to rag you, ragged. They know that's what they're going to do. That's why they call you the future ex. Like, that shit sound crazy. It's like they already know you a past life lover of theirs. They could just feel that energy and they just know this shit ain't gonna last, or it's something weird about the connection that I love about this person. I love them in the craziest way. I love them in the scariest way. You know what I mean? And that's literally what this is. All right, so that's what I got for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channels. Go to the community tab. I have 3 channels in total. What's the Word, which is where I do the sign readings. This one, which is where I just do regular collective readings. And then I have the celestial readings 888, and that's where I do air, fire, earth, and water readings. All right, I love you guys. See you in the next reading. Later.